For day 3, guys, was pretty much a relaxing day. We didn't really have that much planned for that day. A lot of the panels that day weren't really that appealing to us, so I wanted to use day 3 as a chance to finally get a chance to play some of the games that they were finally showcasing at PAX. I kind of thought, on Sunday, the crowds would be a lot less. Hopefully people have already played what they wanted to play, so I wanted to use that opportunity, to play some of the games that, they were showcasing at PAX. But first things first, we got there, when the event started, at 10 a.m. And the biggest mission for my wife that day is she is a big fan of the Penny Arcade comic. So she had brought a huge hardcover Penny and Arcade book, and Gabe and Tyco were doing signings that day. So she really wanted to get her book signed by the guys. So I let her do that, and in the meantime, they had a panel that I was really interested in, and it was talking about how community managers deal with trolls and stuff like that. I'm part of, even though I don't join a lot of gaming forums, I don't really do a lot of that kind of thing, but there is one gaming forum that I am a part of, and I have been a part of since 2006. And for me, it's literally one of the best gaming forums on the face of the planet, but we're very exclusive. We're very picky about letting new members join the forum, and I'm really glad that that they consider me part of their group. And I think just to see how community managers deal with trolls and abuse and stuff like that seems something interesting to me, because me being a part of an online community, being a part of the YouTube gaming community, but also being a part of my forum, I thought it could be informative for me to know some of this stuff. And it was actually like a really interesting panel to go to, even though I'm not a moderator or anything along those lines. I'm just on my gaming forum, just as a simple observer and poster. But it was a very enjoyable panel nonetheless. So when that panel was over, I met my wife at the entrance of the convention center, and she got her book signed by Gabe and Tyco. And then we went and grabbed lunch. And for the afternoon, there wasn't really much to do, so I used the afternoon, to go back to the main floor and finally try out some of the games that they were showcasing at Pax Prime. And I only tried 3. There was not a lot of anime game representation, at PAX Prime this year, but I kind of expected that because I can understand, the AAA titles being appealing to a lot of gamers. But the 3 games that I did try is I tried Metal Gear Rising. That game is absolutely beautiful. And I love the slice mechanic. I love the fact that, you can literally slice your opponents to literally dozens of bits. And I think it's going to be a really enjoyable game, and it's definitely a day 1 purchase for me. The other 2 games I played were HD remakes of Sonic Adventure and Jet Grind Radio. And both games I had never played before on the Dreamcast, so it was really awesome, to play their HD remakes, but I didn't play them for very long, only for a few minutes. But I enjoyed what I seen. And it's kind of funny because on Friday, I actually found a copy of Jet Grind Radio for the Dreamcast at the Pink Gorilla booth. And one other thing I keep forgetting about the YouTube meetup, when I met with Techno Squeak, he couldn't find a Pink Gorilla booth. He really wanted to know where it was because he was on the hunt for some specific game. So I definitely gave him directions on where to find it, and I checked with him after after PAX was over, and thankfully he found a Pink Gorilla booth. And one thing that I'm really jealous that that Squeaker got to do is he actually got to play one-on-one against Justin Wong, and I think that was a little bit of a lifelong dream for him. And I remember having a conversation with him about it, and I think he knew he wasn't going to beat him, but I asked him, well, did you at least get some damage on him? And he said yes, and I said that's good enough. If you can get a little bit of damage off Justin Wong, be happy you got that. So After, I played, some of the games at PAX Prime, I made my way back to the Pink Gorilla booth just to make sure that they didn't get in any new stock, because retro games are a hell of a lot cheaper in the US than what they are in Canada. So I wanted to take full advantage to try to knock off as many anime-style games off my list. And I was actually very lucky because they actually restocked some of their shelves, and they had a few more games I was looking for. So I just wanted to make one final run by the Pink Gorilla booth just to see if I could add any more games to my collection. And after that was over, we pretty much left PAX at around 3 to 4 o'clock on Sunday, and that was literally the end of our PAX Prime experience. And I will tell you, first and foremost, I really enjoyed it. It was really great to experience, one of the largest gaming expos in North America, and I'm really lucky that I got to share it, with the person I love the most. So I definitely recommend to each and every one of you to definitely check it out and, give it a try. So anyway, guys, stay tuned, and I'll give you my final impressions of PAX Prime. Overall, PAX Prime was really enjoyable. I'm glad to say that, I got to go to it. But in all honesty, guys, I don't really see myself going back. I think the biggest thing that PAX Prime taught me was that as gaming is moving ahead, I'm falling behind. It's not holding my interest as much as what gaming used to. Now, it's not because that the new games are bad. They're definitely not bad. They're just not holding my interest as much as playing Super Nintendo or playing PlayStation 1 games are. Because, I think I really discovered that, when going to the Retro Arcade was my best and most favorite experience out of the entire event. And I think what it comes down to is that, I keep saying all the time that, this generation of gaming is going to be my last, that, I heavily collect for, and, I do intend on keeping to that promise. It's just that, I'm playing more portable games now. I have no interest in picking up a Wii U. I haven't picked up a PS Vita, even though it was really hard to hold off buying one, especially when you had games like Persona 4 Golden and Ragnarok Odyssey. But I'm playing more retro games now than what I am playing new games. It's only recently I just got my Xbox finally hooked up downstairs. I finally took it out of the box and, got it hooked up. But it's not to say that, PAX is a bad experience. It's just not as appealing to me as what it would be other people. Now, if you're somebody that hasn't been to PAX Prime, by all means go. Because from here on out, it's going to be a bigger event. From what I'm hearing, PAX Prime used to be a 3-day event, but I think starting next year it's going to be a 4-day event. So definitely go to it. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do, but you're not going to get to do everything. So go through the schedule, see the type of things that you want to do, because even I didn't get to do anything. I didn't play in any of the video game tournaments. I don't understand League of Legends. I don't understand why it has this huge following, or why so many hundreds of people will crowd and watch it. That just completely goes right over my head. I have no idea why League of Legends has this humongous following, but I'm kind of out of it anyway. And I never got to play any tabletop games, any board games. I never even got a chance to play any games at the handheld lounge. We sat in the pillows and played our little portable systems for a while, but we got to do the things that we really wanted to do, and in the end, that's the main thing. But I think what PAX Prime really taught me is that the retro games are holding my interest much more than the present day games. And I guess in the end, the way that I look at it is like I'm perfectly fine with staying behind while the gaming industry goes ahead of me and leaves me in the dust. and I think it's a really awesome experience, and it's one that any gamer should definitely experience at least once. And I got a little visitor, and one of the best things I love about being home is that this is my favorite kitty ever, and this is Stanley. This is Stanley my Manly. And wave hi to the camera. You just had to get in the camera, didn't you? You just had to get in the camera. You couldn't be a good kitty. But you know what? This kitty is the most prettiest boy on the face of the planet. And I love this guy. He's my favorite cat every time I go home. Alright, get my Manly. So, in the end, guys, PAX Prime was an enjoyable experience, but I don't really see myself going back. I think the only other expo I would ever go to is I really want to go to the Retro Gaming Expo in Las Vegas, and I can probably see myself going there, not in 2013, but definitely in 2014. So, because in the end, guys, I think, when you see the collection behind me, more than anything, I am a retro gamer. And I'm probably going to be playing more retro games than, present day games, so. But, as I said before, it's an awesome experience. If you're a gamer, you owe it to yourself to experience it at least once. And for the one time that I did experience it, it was a very enjoyable experience, and I'll have memories of it for as long as humanly possible. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video and my impressions of PAX Prime. So anyway, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best. Later.